Hello everybody, welcome back to Language Litigation and Integration Part 36, the Incompetence Marathon. Just some fun stories today. What I think are some funny ones. I woke up to some more jolts of anxiety, right? People say, oh, they don't like when they get a text message, they don't like when someone knocks on their door. Anytime anyone's contacting me, it's for some good quality harassment, or for some good quality scapegoating. So, literally this morning I was banned from the Spanish subreddit, so I'll talk about that. Again, remember, I've already talked about I'm already banned from physics, math, linguistics, right? Should Donald Trump be permanently banned from online forums? Spreading false COVID information's bad. There's been a math subject on the internet for like 7 to 8 months, like lectures included. So, not spreading false information, bad thing. Not spreading correct information, also bad thing. But we're still working on that, getting there, so we'll just keep it. I have just some fun stories. And then a couple funny ones from high school. But the Spanish, yes, so probably posted on the Spanish, and again, why am I on, I literally, Reddit gets me like no views. Sometimes my guitar lessons will get a couple views. But my YouTube channel is deader than dead can be. Again, shout out to my 30 subs after 3 years. The growth potential has just been spectacular. But I just like, once I get some work done, make a video, do fundamental proof, and I like to put it out there so I just feel like it's out there in the world. So, and I also do like engaging people, just like, I like scrolling through the Spanish subreddit for just like seeing what people's questions are, stuff like that. Again, where's the message? So, I've probably posted in there, again, I have probably 15 Spanish specific lectures. Again, this whole thing is about how language has developed. So, again, I'm talking in an extended lecture format, and other people like go on Duolingo for like 5 minutes. These are proofs, these are proven mathematical things. Even if you say 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2, Billy, it still equals the 2. And so, I've been permanently banned from participating in our Spanish. Note from the moderators. It's been found that many of your contributions do not have the correct level of knowledge that participation in this subreddit requires. Go scroll this subreddit and look how much knowledge you need to participate. Most people can't even speak a word. You have also showed some attitude in the past. In this subreddit, literally not at all. Legitimately not at all. But it doesn't go according to the spirit of good behavior. Reddit's the weirdest place. The internet's full of just the weirdest fucking people ever. This decision is definitive. Again, it is what it is, fundamental form right there. Replying to this message will not render in anything that contravenes this decision. So I don't think your knowledge of the English language is good enough to participate with speaking English. What the fuck does that mean? Replying to this message will not render in anything that contravenes this decision. Yes, sir, Reddit moderators, you unpaid volunteers that like to scroll the internet and feel like you have a little identity crisis. But, and then it says, that someone must have typed that, and then it's back to the generic, just banning message. If you have a question regarding your ban, you can contact the moderator team for our Spanish by replying to this message. And my crazy response was, are any moderators published academics, ? Thanks. And then, you've been muted from our Spanish. You've been temporarily muted from our Spanish. You will not be able to message the moderators of our Spanish for 28 days. There's like being a sensitive little bitch, and then there's instinctually denying scientific information. And so again, these are proven. Like the things I post, again, are direct translations. The one thread where, again, I commented Bomo boy as opposed to Bomo, I literally corrected it in the lecture series. So and again, my YouTube channel is so dead, when they say they have, many of my posts don't make sense. I've maybe typed like 4 responses in the thread, and I've posted like 16 lectures. And I can see on my YouTube studio with my 30 subscribers in real time, they watched 1 video. And it was maybe right at the beginning was the poor, of course, Supuesto episode, which was like lecture like 10 in the sub-proof of Spanish. So it's like they don't even like engage your content at all. And again, like I literally just like talking, like seeing what questions people have. And it's just like instant ban, instant reject this person. And so again, I've also been banned from like physics.org, and again, I've also been banned from OSU. Well, not like really banned, but like again, you can't publish your paper. I've been banned from courts. I've been banned from friend groups. I've been banned from any group chat. I've been banned from any. Like I said, I was banned from physics.org. I feel like there was another one out there. But again, this shit's just years ago. And again, like, I don't give a shit. I don't actually. The only reason I care if these are academics is because I'm going to sue them. But they're not. Again, it's just they're unpaid workers. Moderators on forums are just people with hobbies. But I thought that was effing hilarious. So now I'll tell you just some more funny stories. So again, just some refresher. Played sports my whole life. Thought they were a big waste of time because I was also simultaneously doing mathematics, surrounded by a bunch of people who had no confidence to understand what mathematical proofing looks like. And again, I went to school for 15 years and not a single 15-minute session. Hey guys, here's what math research is. It's not doing equations, it's forming novel arguments and providing evidence. Damn, would have been off to the races immediately. Logic's been going for a while now. But always athletic, playing sports. But again, sports, like I said, even playing an excessive amount of sports still didn't, like my parents were supportive of school. Certainly in like high school, well certainly in college didn't get what's going on, but like they've always been supportive of education. They really didn't get what was going on in my life. And so, like I said, I've never slept consistently, literally ever. A lot of people will compete over pain and say they also don't sleep well, but I really don't sleep consistently, nor have I ever. And so, one time at 15 years old, in school, at 15 I was probably playing basketball. Freshman year I played soccer, basketball, baseball. Quit soccer after the first year because again, way too much running. Just couldn't do that shit. Honestly, I'd probably say soccer was like my most fun sport to play, but it's just the conditioning was just gotta cut that shit out for me. So also funny story. That's just another one. But when I was playing soccer, one day we're running, and there was another player on the team, old friend, and he was just like a little overweight, but nothing too bad. And he's just a little out of breath, and we're running, and it's middle of summer. We're the freshman soccer team, and our coach is like, probably just graduated, but like barely older than us, barely out of high school, and we're running. And my old friend wanted a water break, and then the coach was just like, no. And then I kind of got into him, was just like standing up with other guys, like one person, again, me too, I don't like to fucking run. But it's dying of dehydration is a little more important than an extra sprint for a freshman fucking soccer thing. And so the high school soccer coach asked me, do you even want to be here? And I literally just no hesitation, no. And he's like, okay, leave. I said, okay. I just left. And so but I went into the school. At this time I was 14, couldn't drive a car, so I couldn't actually fucking leave the high school building. Ran into the varsity head coach in the locker room, or just even in the hallway, not actually the locker room. He's just like, shouldn't you be at practice? And I was like, yeah, kind of got kicked out of that shit. But I did play I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, I did. I think I played the whole freshman year. Yeah, no, I played the whole freshman year. That was the end of that freshman year soccer season. It was definitely the end of that day for practice. But anyway, back to what I was saying was, after soccer, for baseball and for basketball, you would have morning workouts, sometimes going in 5 in the morning. I think it was typically just for baseball. I don't think we ever had morning workouts for basketball. I quit basketball after I think sophomore year. Again, just too much running, too much cult mentality. I already gave you a story about that. But so for morning workouts for baseball, so I don't sleep consistently, regardless, going to bed at 10 o'clock and then having to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go, lift weights, you're going to look a little tired. And so one day after morning workouts, I'm walking to first period. Our school started at 7:45. I think it was 7:42. But I think it's pretty standard. I don't know, not too late, not too early. In terms of everything else, at this point, I think 7:45 fucking matters. I don't know how much I think school fucking matters. I do know. I don't think it matters at all. But walking down from the locker room from where you showered and just worked out to my first period or homeroom class, which was on the second floor, and one of the teachers pulls me aside. And she's like, I have to ask you something serious. And I'm just sitting there like, okay. And she goes, are you high? And again, at this point, never drank a bit of alcohol. The first time I drank alcohol at all, it's probably like when I was like 17. And it was like very sparingly. But again, never smoked weed until like 20. And again, wish I would have. But I go like, no. And she's just like, are you sure? Like trying to question me. And again, when you're not guilty, you're just not guilty. And she goes, okay, good. Or I said, no, but I can't sleep at night. And then she says, okay, good. And I remember like, not sleeping at night, that's pretty detrimental to your health. That's pretty evidence of negligence. I didn't know it at the time, but it's pretty evident of like, negligence. Cannabinoids, bad. Antioxidants, bad. Medicine, bad. Not sleeping, okay, good. Honestly, this is one of those things that stuck with me. I was like, what the fuck? Here's a guardian, here's a teacher, here's someone guiding me on my way. I can't sleep at night because of negligence, and okay, good. So now I'm going to tell you more sports stories, getting recruited by Northwestern, totally true, and winning some state championships. So getting recruited by Northwestern. This had to have been like end of sophomore going into junior year, either at the end of sophomore year or the beginning of junior year of high school. Had to have been like 17, freshly 17-ish. 16 or late 16, early 17. Don't really remember. But again, those morning workout things for baseball were pretty, we had them for like, I don't really remember that well, but like a month, 2 months maybe, but a little bit of time. Football team would have morning workouts a lot more frequently. I never played football. But working out, again, my weightlifting stats, what would they have been at that time in high school? Nothing super spectacular, but noticeable. I mean, like probably mid to high 200-pound bench press, probably mid to high 300-pound squat. Even at that, my form now is perfect. Again, my lower back's still a little janky, but my form then was not nearly as good. But it was certainly to a low bar about squat depth. Actually, it was deep then too. No, I've always squatted ass to grass. But yeah, so it would have been deep. So it would have been probably 350 to 365, very good squat. But even now, my form is definitely better. But one day, and so this was on a time when the baseball team was not working out in the mornings, but I would just like to go in and work out. And so I would go in there, and again, I never played football. I think one time my gym teacher, who was the football coach, one of my, I think it was actually my old friend Tim, who got injured, and they never asked me, the school, the high school never asked me, but they considered asking me to sub for the football team one time. But I was friendly with the coaches, they knew of me through other sports. I mean, school had, I don't know, graduating class 220, so maybe 1,200 kids or 1,000 kids or something. Again, I just don't know what the other classes had, but not a big school, not a small school. And so I knew the teachers and the coaches in the morning, so getting in to go work out was never a problem. But so one day, again, now I don't think chained dips or anything special. I think weighted dips are good. I think chains, you can use chains, but a weighted belt I think is more better form. But again, high school, trying to look cool, but doing some weighted dips with chains. And shout out Warren Ball. He went to my same class. He got recruited and went to Ohio State for a little bit. But there's always scouts for actual football players like any other school. Well, not always scouts, but people getting recruited would have scouts there. And so one day, doing some weighted dips, and this guy I've never seen before in the weight room, he calls me over. He's like, "Hey, so what position do you play?" And I respond, I had a little like kind of chuckle, and I said, "Golf," because at the time in senior year of high school I played golf. Right? It was probably junior year. Whatever it does. This was definitely not senior year, so probably junior year. But I literally did play golf as well, because when I quit soccer, I joined golf, and that would have been sophomore year. Yeah, I think so. Sophomore or junior year. But I definitely played 2 years of golf. So I think it was probably junior year. Doesn't fucking matter. But and the guy kind of gets like angry, like he was like thought I was joking, and then he calls over the like. And at this point, I was going back to my workout, and then the recruit kind of just like standing there. Not the recruit, the recruiter was standing there like, what the fuck is this guy saying? Calls over the football coach, and I can just see him from a distance, like both laughing, and there's just like. So I did get noticed by Northwestern for football when I was working out for golf. That's pretty cool. So I was the super sweet starting first baseman on the 2011-2012 Ohio Division 2 or 3, probably 2, probably 3. I don't fucking know. Won some state championships for the good old baseball. But I like baseball. Didn't have to run that fucking much. Didn't get along. Didn't have too much problems with the coach. Like I already told you the story about not turning in a basketball bracket and having to run 17 poles and then quitting and then unquitting. But we won some state championships. Just some thought. What was I gonna say? Oh, but just a couple thoughts. If you want to see one of them, I forget which one. Probably the 2011 one. I think is on. I think both are on YouTube. If you just type them in, one of the years, the first one, I had the winning scoop. Literally, it was like bases loaded. Bottom of the, well, I don't think we played 7 innings. Probably 7 innings in high school. We definitely did not play 9. I don't think we played 6. It's actually been so long, I don't even fucking remember how many innings we played. But bases loaded. We were up by 1. Batter hits the ball to my old fat fuck friend Brennan. Brennan scoops it up, throws it directly into the fucking ground. I scoop it up, and the crowd goes fucking wild. And then there's a big dog pile, and you can literally see me not joining in on the dog pile. I remember people being like, "This is going to be one of the greatest days of your life, one of the most important days of your life." No, I'm pretty sure it's like every day tomorrow when I do more science. Pretty sure it's those days. But if you want to see that one, you can look it up. Pretty funny stuff. As I always told my old friends, I hated sports, and it's because I never got to do my research. Which now at 28, I am owed an inordinate amount of dollar bills, and they've not shown up in my bank account yet. And I'm still getting harassed on the interwebs from the apartment places. But then that was like and also, yeah, see, junior year, I hit the Dougie on third base. Junior year, I batted well. I was probably 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a triple. Senior year, I think I was over 3 or 4. Grounded out, some bullshit. But on the junior year one, I hit a triple pretty early in the game, and I obviously hit the Dougie on third base. Don't think that's on camera. I don't think so, but there was a lot of witnesses. And there's witnesses, for the getting recruited by Northwestern, 100. But after we're winning state championships, my baseball coach, Coach Newbert, says, emphatically, after we've graduated, either still lifting at the high school or just, popping in when I'm lifting with friends or something. But then he emphatically goes, "When are you going to come back? LOL." Clearly know that the fucking most gossipy, cliquey high school thing ever, and all the teachers gossip and all that shit. And so it's they're all clearly aware that I was trying to do other shit. I was trying to do research. Not one time did people in math class say form a novel argument and they give you the time to do so. But I just thought those were some genuinely funny stories, and the Incompetence Marathon continues. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with some more translations or derivation or something soon.